the Chicago Bears.
Ugh.
Who would like to start?
Like that.
Are we doing a coin toss and a loser has to start?
Man, I mean,
I don't know, man.
I mean, look at that roster. Like, it's it's like I don't even want to attack it because
I don't. Does anybody?
I mean, like, because what's weird about it is like they don't have anything at wide receiver except for Roma Dunze.
You're not a Luther Burden III fan?
I was coming out of college.
Is anyone excited about Ludenberg then? Sorry, Luther Burden.
I was excited coming out of college, and they expect me to take a big step this year, and he could. But I mean, we haven't seen it. And I just don't think he's going to make that big of a jump. That's going to be sizable. I mean, the Bears are just really, really like they're kind of just, it feels like running back the same roster, more or less. I mean, we know that Ben Johnson's a great coach, so they'll be fine offensively. And I love them drafting my guy Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon, but
great fit.
That's an awesome fit for them, but it's just, I mean, outside, I mean, their running back room, I love it. I mean, that's a really good running back room, and that was a great 1-2 punch last year with Swift and Monangai. But I mean, and Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet, that's a good tight end room. But that line isn't great. It's okay. Like I said, their wide receivers aren't great. Like if they're gonna continue to take another step and be like and try to cement themselves as one of the better teams in the NFC, as one of maybe the top 3 teams in the NFC, they've got to kind of put this all together. Like Caleb Williams, we saw flashes last year, but to me it still wasn't great. And a lot of it last year, if we all watched the games, we said it every week, a lot of it was just luck, or felt like luck. So like this year that they've got to kind of put more of a 4-quarter effort together, because they just really didn't the whole year, and then they just waited around to the fourth quarter to actually get hot. They can't do that again this year and expect to win, obviously. So, I mean, I don't hate what they have. I know there are names across this roster. I mean, there's, like I said, you're bringing in Dylan Thieneman, who was one of the best safeties in college football last year, top 2 or 3. Jalen Johnson's still there. TJ Edwards, who we know well. Of course, Devin Bush. I mean, they're not great names, but they're names. They're guys that can do their job, fill their role. Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett. You've got guys like that. It's just, I don't think Caleb Williams can take that jump, that really kind of big step up, because last year was a good step up, but I don't think there's a jump in there where he's going to go completely insane and put himself in top 5 QB next season category, and the Bears are going to roll off of that. It just feels like there's not a lot that they improved on. It feels like in the offseason, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be sizable enough to kind of push them to that upper echelon of teams in the NFC. So, I mean, I like what they've got, and I still think they've got the best head coaching right now in that division, I would say. But at the same time, it's like the roster is not, there's not much that I like there. So,
Scoop, what say you about this team?
I have a decent amount of overlap, or what's the word? Agreement with all of that. I'm not a fan of, and you guys know I've still got my questions about Caleb. This is a team still that allowed, even though they had well-regarded, or some people regarded them well for their defense last year, they still were bottom 10 in points allowed. They are looking at we already talked about their wide receivers, their tight end situation. I like, Loveland and Komet kind of flanking one another.
Yeah.
But and again, he hasn't taken a snap yet, and Dylan Thieneman might be my favorite defender on this team already.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that just to get some points in the bank with my co-host over there. But I just, if he does enough this year, not just in the fourth quarter, but he does who he kind of reminds me of? I'm talking about Caleb Williams here. You know who he kind of reminds me of if I'm talking about a different sport? Jazz Chisholm. Because they have this weird penchant for, like, we talked about this past how their clutch numbers were really good in the past season, but everything that's like the entire body of work felt like less than the sum of its parts. And if I can just get the coaching and the personnel around him and his full body of work, if those things need to line up better, and I think that they can play off of one another, but I mean, again, and also I'm going to throw one more out there. Bears fans, I'm sorry, but if y'all somehow dominate the Pro Bowl voting this year, cancel the damn thing.
Oh my god! Is everyone going Caleb for X Factor? I think that's pretty simple based on our conversations here.
I mean, yeah. Because I don't want to place that expectation on Dylan Thieneman this year yet. So yeah, I'm going Caleb. I still don't see I saw like I said, we saw flashes last year, but I don't see enough there. Like this year, to me, he really has to prove it. So, he's got the Madden cover. So he really has to he has to do something.
I still can't believe, which, by the way, Madden came out yesterday. Brandon, I want to get your thoughts when you've played enough of it.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Scoop likes it, I guess. But yeah, it's a whole mess. I hate it this year. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. Scoop, are you also taking Caleb for X Factor?
No, I'm going to go off the board a little bit because I feel like Caleb's the easy choice, but I'm looking at a guy who plays arguably the second most important position on the field aside from quarterback. He's a former Tide guy. He's a former top 10 overall pick. He is fairly new to Chicago, but he's had some good experience in the past, but he's also gotten a couple of injuries that have, put questions on him. I think I think by Rob's expression, he knows what I'm going to say. For my X Factor for them, give me Jedrick Wills.
Interesting.
Okay, I don't mind that. Where is he on this roster? Why can't I find him?
Under offensive tackles.
Oh, tackles. That's what we're looking for. Okay, I don't mind this. I don't mind it at all. Well, they need help on their offensive line, so.
And not for nothing, but their second string guy is out, so he could jump up the depth chart pretty fast here if he really shows out the rest of preseason. So
yeah, for sure. Okay,
as a general matter, when it comes to X factors in football, I try to stay away from quarterbacks just because to me that's like it's so disproportionately important that I feel like I could have just said that for every team we discussed today.
True. Bears 9.5. I switched over to Foxes. I don't know how accurate these are. I apologize. They're probably not the most accurate in the bin. I'm going under easily.
I'm gonna go slightly under. Because listen, they won 11 games off pure luck last year, so I'm gonna say slightly under. I'll say they win 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could literally see them going 9-8.
All right, that's fair.